In war, women and children are said to be the biggest victims. The decade-long insurgency in Borno State, northeast Nigeria, has taken lasting toll on children. The implications are orphans and out-of-school children. To address the plight of such vulnerable children, the state government built and equipped schools for orphans. In our Journalists Hangout Weekend Special, Babajide Kolade-Otitoju visited the schools for the orphans used by the state government to address the out-of-school children syndrome. Let's share the story with you.
Education is simply defined as the act of imparting knowledge to others and receiving it from someone else. According to South Africa's first black president, the late Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. In the words of Mandela, education helps people to become better citizens and achieve a better society by showing them the difference between good and bad. In the last 6 years, Borno State has made very clear its mission to focus on the education sector. Beginning with the Kashim Shettima regime, Borno State has built many mega schools. The schools were motivated, among others, by the need to address the out-of-school children syndrome, worsened by the Boko Haram insurgency. Such schools include vocational institutions, technical schools, and schools exclusively for the girl child. Governor Babagana Zulum has built tremendously on the legacy left behind by his predecessor, Senator Kashim Shettima. Governor Zulum has executed 194 capital projects in the education sector, encompassing repairs, completion, and fresh building of mega-sized government technical colleges and primary schools in different communities. On the 23rd of December, President Muhammadu Buhari inaugurated a host of projects in Borno State. Among them was the Tijjani Bolori Memorial School off Muhammad Indimi Road, formerly known as Damboa Road. The school meant for orphans is just as beautiful as some of the similarly purpose-built schools in the state. It has 50 classrooms. It has all the features of a modern school. A sports court with synthetic grass for handball and 5-a-side soccer, and a court for volleyball and badminton.
They arrange it in a way that 7 at this side, then 7 at the back.
See that the tap is running? The new school, the tap is running already. 14 toilets each for boys and girls. It has 6 laboratories, including those of agric, physics, biology, and e-library, as well as clinics. The classrooms have plastic desks made by Borno State Plastic Company, which was revived by Governor Zulum. Commissioner for Education, Engineer Lawan Wakilbe, says building mega schools was desirable as educating a child is a right.
At the peak of the insurgency in 2014-2015, 2013-14-15, 2 million displaced from various communities, 20 out of our 27 local governments taken. 56,000 conservative estimated orphans were in the camp, 49,000 widows, 2 million displaced. Now, these are just conservative estimates because they keep on going up. It has lasted for 12 years. And today, when you visit any IDP camp, the first thing that stares you glaringly in the face is the large number of children displaced, orphans, and less privileged. Interventions have been done in the camp, but the problem is facilities have to be in place to give them access and mainstream them in addition to retention. If you don't mainstream them, whatever effort that is in the camp is not going to be useful. That is why previous administration also built so many mega schools, and this administration built 21 mega schools. built 432 classrooms in 48 schools, completely rehabilitated 39 schools, and the figure is currently going on and on, because as we access communities that are ravaged, education infrastructure is one of the things you need to put in place. So why? The answer is we have more than 56,000 orphans, more than 49,000 widows, and so many people displaced to cater for their education. And education to a child is a right, it's not a privilege.
To boost school enrollment, government has made accessing schools a lot easier by providing bicycles for male students and big buses to convey female students to and from school. The school feeding program also helps a great deal in boosting school enrollment, with no less than 24,000 students currently benefiting from the school feeding program. At the Tijjani Bolori Memorial School, 400 students are enrolled currently, made up of 250 girls and 150 boys. Evidence that girl child school enrollment is improving.
Interestingly, when the president came, 400 were enrolled. Out of that 400, it will surprise you that 250 are girls, only 150 are boys. That is where the bicycle will now help to attract more boys to come to school. The girl child has been very enthusiastic to learn in this our society. Girl child enrollment is no longer very much of a problem. Okay. And they seem to be doing very, very well in school. So relatively, when we look at it, the percentage is almost balanced, if not more, across the state. Right. Yes.
Musa Buka is the head boy of the school. He is happy to be a student of the school and is extremely delighted that they've been provided tablets to aid learning.
Before, our societies has been left behind in terms of infrastructure, but alhamdulillah, to the leadership of His Excellency Professor Babajide Kolade-Otitoju, MNI, the Executive Governor of Borno State, we really appreciate his efforts. All we have to say here is that may Allah grant him the ability to continue leading the great people of Borno State. And we really appreciate the Commissioner of Education, Engineer Lawan Wakilbe, for playing a vital role to see that this event of commissioning has happened successfully. And this is the tablet that is given to us by His Excellency Professor Babajide Kolade-Otitoju in order to do our assignment with it. And it contains all the subjects that we are offering in this school. It contains chemistry, biology, physics, and we are also given bicycle. Yes, bicycle for those students that are living far from the school, so they can use the bicycle to come to school.
The school's head girl, Zara Mohammed Isa, who hails from Kukawa local government, is grateful to their teachers, whom she credits with taking good care of them as if they were their children.
And I'm appreciating our governor, His Excellency Professor Babajide Kolade-Otitoju. He just built a wonderful school for us. And we have teachers. They have confidence for teaching us. We are so glad and we are so happy to see that. Whenever we come, they're seeing us like the sons and daughters. That's why they're so glad to see us too.
Engineer Wakilbe credits the Zulum administration with building 21 mega schools, building 432 classrooms in 42 schools, and completely rehabilitating 39 schools, putting water, sanitation, and hygiene facilities in 242 schools.
4 more are on the way. We have one in Jere and a 30 classroom mega school in Old Maiduguri. We have one in Mongono, a 60 classroom mega school. We have one in Biu, another 60 classroom mega school. Then we have one in Burate coming up, a 30 classroom mega school.
Wakilbe, who disclosed that 4,000 bicycles have been distributed to students, spoke on the efforts being made to achieve digital literacy in Borno schools.
We have 1,000 of these now, specially imported for Borno State mega schools. You know, the in thing in education now is digital literacy. So we have provided 1,000 of these digital literacy tablets for this school to be a pilot project. His Excellency, the Governor, has chosen 3 schools for us to test digital literacy on. And in the previous regime, there was also CAN machines that were brought from India. They worked well at the primary school level, at the primary and basic level. Now this is done at the secondary school level.
Hajia Kaltuma Abubakar is the Vice Principal Administration of Tijjani Bolori Memorial College. She is grateful to God for the opportunity to work in the school.
I'm very, very happy for this school. In fact, I'm short of words because Our Excellency is doing well to see that all our students have getting acquire education, and we are very, very much grateful for him. We don't know how to thank him. It's only God that will reward him.
Bono Abdulkadri, the school principal with 34 years experience, says the school has all that it takes to bring up great products.
Government opened 21 mega schools to enroll the students into the schools so that they get education. And this school is free admission, free uniform, anything. All the items being given to the student is free, without accepting even a single kobo from the parents. So this makes the difference between the former schools, which was being organized by the government, and present schools.
I also visited another school for orphans, the Future Assured College, located at Mohammed in the main road. The beautiful school, the brainchild of First Lady Aisha Buhari, has 280 students, made up of 140 boys and 140 girls. According to the deputy director of the school, the students here are all orphans. He also said clerics in the area help look after the school, noted for its beauty. Though the school was not in session when I visited, the gardener and other workers were busy trying to keep the place lush green. The school's deputy director says caring for orphans gives him joy.
It's really, really special because orphans are special because they really need attention, care. That's why I pick interest to work in a school like Future Assured College, which is being established for the orphans and the less privileged. Because the student or the student we are facing or we are teaching, they are orphans and they have gone through trauma. So we are trying not just to pass only the knowledge, the reading and writing to them, just to take away the trauma from them and make them be the future leaders of our country.
I'm at the male student section of the Future Assured College, Damboa Road, Maiduguri. There are 12 classrooms here. It's just like the female student section, which is the story building, where you have 12 classes. We have 12 classes here for the male students. As I've said earlier, all the students here are orphans, orphaned by relentless insurgency, by Boko Haram terrorists, as well as the killings in the northwest of Nigeria. The principal, Future Assured College, speaks on what a normal day is like at the school.
First thing when I come to the school, we attend the assembly together with the student and my teachers. The teachers organize the assembly and conduct. Then after the assembly, we meet and then discuss on one or two things before the students settle in their classes. Then immediately after that, the teachers go to their classes. Then I go around and see the classes.
The principal and the deputy director are grateful to the First Lady for the platform given to them to serve their fatherland.
We really appreciate the First Lady for the efforts she put to touch the lives of these orphans. And then we are expecting more of it in future and also pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward her abundantly.
We want to show our gratitude to our First Lady towards our effort in establishing this kind of esteemed school in Borno State, as well as the person of the governor of Borno State, the person of Professor Babagana Umar Zulum for the school feeding.
The Commissioner for Education tells me the next goal is to improve the quality of instruction in the state's public schools.
We have fixed the hardware components. And the natural question is the software, the teachers. The executive governor of Borno State, Professor Babajide Kolade-Otitoju, recruited 800 teachers, mostly science-based. And they were all picked from the private schools because they were given better condition of service. Now we are addressing the manpower gap. And the last study conducted by my office indicates that we need 355 teachers, and we intend to pick the best.
My last port of call was the legendary El Kanemi College of Islamic Theology along Kano Road. Within its premises is the Abdulatif Zabadne Orphanage Foundation. All the students here, 126 male and 80 female, are orphans from the Boko Haram insurgency and killings by bandits in the nation's northwest. Mohammed Adamu Meshela throws more light on the school and the skills imparted on the children.
This is an orphanage foundation. It is established by our noble proprietor in person of Alhaji Muhammad Arif Zabadni. This orphanage is housing about 200 orphans drawn from different states. Some from Borno State, some from Adamawa, Yobe, and even Zamfara State. We're having about 126 male orphans and about 80 or so female orphans.
I'm in the B hostel of the Abdulatif Zabadne Orphanage Foundation here in Maiduguri, which has already given itself a good name in terms of producing some of the best students from this state and this part of the country. Some of the products of the school are already doing well as medical doctors, some of them practicing outside our country. Orphans. The students also had some beautiful handcrafts. These are some of the things that students at this orphanage have produced. As you can see, throw pillows, cardigan, and even jewelry. The happy children made a presentation for me on how the Quran directs that orphans be treated.
وقال رجل مؤمن من آل فرعون يكتم إيمانه أتقتلون رجلا أن يقول ربي الله وقد جاءكم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. This is written in the hope that it will be of benefit to individuals, charities and other agencies that help orphans. وقال تعالى أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر. Did he not find you open and give you shelter, so as for the open do not oppress? وقال جل شأنه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين.
I had words of exhortation for the kids after their presentation. Yes. Hope you are making progress. Yes. I'm happy. I asked him the question, I said, are you behaving well? He said, yes. I'm very happy with you. I'm going to send a gift to you people through your teachers.
Thank you.
For being good girls.
Very good.
And I pray for you that you make it in life, you become great people. You will have a good name in Nigeria. So cooperate with your teachers, be good children, and always pray.
Yes, it
always pray.
Yes, inshallah.
Whatever you want, tell Allah, I want this from you. And if you are praying regularly, you don't owe any of the prayers, Allah will answer you and give what you want to you. That is what will happen. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
So
Thank you very much, sir.
I want to hear that you people are in this university, that university, and doing well.
Inshallah.
When I come back.
Inshallah.
Thank you so much.
Inshallah.
Prayer too? Okay. So, inshallah, to your prayer. It's so moving that the victims of this war, the orphanage, the Boko Haram guys killed their parents,
yes,
and the future looks bleak. But I'm sure that because he lives, we can face tomorrow.
Yes, it's difficult. The children are very brilliant. And very, very disciplined. You know, when I entered the hostel, everywhere was very extremely clean.
The atmosphere.
They laid their beds, you know, and you just tell yourself that, look,
quite pathetic.
I mean, I was struggling to push back tears because I told myself, if I shed tears before these children, it will be very bad. The only time I shed tears on this program was about Borno State.
Yes,
I think in 2017 also.
Yes,
you know, I didn't want to do it. You know, but at the end of the day, I felt okay. I needed to raise to encourage them. Encourage them. Also, I said, okay, I'm going to send a gift. And as I was leaving, they were happy. They were even some of them were screaming TVC. You know, I was up. I looked back. So these people, in spite of what they've been through,
you can still watch.
They can watch TV. They know what TVC is and all that. So it's even
the Ministry of Education. Look at the
Borno State is not only building some very beautiful schools, some of the best schools you can see in our country. Some of them look like certain buildings of universities.
I'm telling you,
they are also trying to improve digital literacy. So the Commissioner for Information, Education, gave me this so that I could at least display it. So it's unopened. It's unopened. Now people can have an idea.
Ministry of Education, Borno State, at mega schools. Wow. Oops.
You can see.
Sealed. I think the chargers, you have chargers there.
Chargers and everything.
Okay. Let me try. Oh, well sealed though. It's nice. So it's like a tablet.
Yes.
Wow.
And they are the major subjects: biology, physics, mathematics, chemistry. They are all
everything downloaded.
Yeah, they are already embedded. You know.
Okay.
So the students, it will help the students. These orphans, so you can imagine an orphan who had never seen this kind of thing. He now has a copy. Hopefully they will be able to take very good care of them. You know. So
Professor Babajide Kolade-Otitoju, featured assured, and we have to commend the First Lady. I think
yes, the First Lady is passionate about education for the girl child. So I'm not surprised that that beautiful school was built, and Alhaji Idris, the Commissioner for Education in Yobe State, worked so hard to put that school together.
Well, let me commend BKO for this wonderful job, and also TVC for allowing this to happen. These are the kind of things we need to be saying. Instead of all these movies that encourage
and not to come here and abuse government every day. What this is not doing well. What today we've shown you Taraba State. Today we've shown you what is happening.
Because when you look at the figures, they don't really add up. Except we have interventions like this, we are not going to get there. In a 2017 figure. Shows that Nigeria had 13.2 million out-of-school children. And among them, as at 2016, Borno State had 1.8 million. And that for me is scary. And of these children, as at 2017, we had 52,311 who were orphaned in Borno State. And then when you now look at the last 5 years, what could have happened? You can imagine the number. So if they've taken out almost 5,000 now, based on what we have seen, then I think it's encouraging. Yes. And we should challenge all these multinationals who are pumping money into lewd reality TV shows. That this is better.
Yes. This is better. Go and take your billions.
Far better.
Your 3 billions.
These are the things those are children who are into Yahoo money rituals should be looking at, not the ones that promote
nudity and the rest.
This
moral debasement.
This is what we should be looking at.
Right. What is wrong in the multinational company delivering a school as big as this, as their own contribution to education
and bringing in teachers?
Yes,
bringing teachers.
Bringing teachers.